Hey guys, welcome to Testing Academy. My name is Pramod and welcome to the series of Karate API testing tutorials, right? This is going to be a tutorial series and this one is the day one where we will be learning about why we have chosen Karate API and what are the projects that we are going to do, especially with the series that we are doing here, right? So I hope you're excited and let's get started, right? All right, guys. So first of all, let me tell you why we have chosen karate, right? So karate right now is becoming very popular. Means I have seen from the days when it started. It started in 2017, and where it was not mature at the time, right? But right now it's very mature and people are using it, and we also have tried it, and trust me, it works very well, especially for the people who are starting their journey in API testing, right? Karate can be a game changer for them, right? I have seen people starting their journey with the Postman. I think they can start their journey of API testing with karate also, right? So in this tutorial series, I will go through you uh, why we have chosen karate for our API automation framework, what karate can do, can we do performance testing with it or not, right? And a couple of things, CRUD operations especially we are going to target, right? We're going to do some live project in this series, so make sure you stick to that series, right? And what it is in today's tutorial. So today we are going to basically learn about the what is karate exactly, and we're going to show where I'm going to show you a simple get call, how you can make a simple get call, how you can get started, right? Installation also, of course. And the second important thing is karate versus rest assured. Rest assured, if you know, we have covered in 30 days as well as the framework. Rest assured is right now a very I would say very popular API automation framework in Java. So how karate is competing with, right? We're gonna see in this demo, right? So let's get started, let's jump into it, and I hope you will be following me in the 30 days or how many days that we are doing this for this karate, right? Trust me guys, you are going to learn a lot if you, especially for the people who are starting their journey in API testing and want to see. This is one of the tool which is very much loved by the non-programmers because it most of the things that you will be doing in the feature files like Cucumber or BDD. And trust me guys, it doesn't mean it is not used by big organizations like a couple of organizations which I had a discussion with, people are using it and they are using it extensively because it provides lots of features. So let's jump into it and see what are these features, right? So first of all, if you see that what is karate actually, right? So karate, let's go to what, let's do one thing, let's go to their official website, right? So this is it, right? So if you see, it's an open source so you can go to the website, they have this website, right? So you can go to this website, right? And if you see, they're basically telling it's an open source tool which basically allow you to test your APIs. You can mock the APIs, you can do performance testing, you can do parallel execution of your test cases, right? So again, and it basically allow you to have a BDD kind of a syntax. So if you have used any kind of a Cucumber based or Gherkin, right? So that you can basically implement. And in the rest assured also we have discussed about how you can use a given when then, right? I know if you are new, don't worry, we are going to discuss about all of that in the tutorial, right? So a simplest test is simple. If you see, right, we are making a request. So given the request, then we'll make a request given the method. So we are basically mentioning the STP method that we want, and after that assertion in, right, in the then. So given when then, the flows is very simpler in this case, right? So that's why karate is one of the easiest one for any kind of a non-programmer or anyone who is starting out their journey with the API testing, right? It's very simple to start with it. So let's move on to the slides. Why we need karate, right now, it's the first one is open source, which is very good, right? So it's an open source, it can do API testing, mocking, right? So you can mock the request. What if, for example, if developer has not created couple of endpoints for you, what you can do is that you can take the response, what is expected, mock it and create your own API test cases while it is being developed, right? So yeah, that you can do. Performance testing with Gatling, which is most important one, right now only JMeter supports API testing, and also so karate again, if you are getting karate API testing framework with the karate, means it basically make more sense, right? So you can also mix the UI automation, guys. This is one of the important feature of Karate. You can mix UI automation performance as well as the normal API testing, so that you can do, which is very powerful. That's why, right? And you will have a BDD style syntax, right? Parallel execution, of course, it provides parallel execution. Like if you see rest assured and all, they lack these kind of features where parallel execution not possible, and it is possible with some threads and all, but it's very difficult to do it, right? But in Karate it has inbuilt and it works very well. Makes sense, right? So readable syntax, I would say it's very straightforward, right? I have shown you. Given, I'll make a request, I'll see, I'll use this method which is get, I should see my HTTP code, right? It's very simple to use it. I think you can mix your API UI automation that I have mentioned in this slide, right? So one more thing is that Karate can handle WebSocket, SOAP requests, HTTP, that we are, of course, we are going to work, right? We are mostly will be most of the time we will be focusing on the REST side of it, right? So REST HTTP, you can handle the cookies, you can do HTTPS, of course, form data, XML request and all. So it supports lots of it, right? So this is very interesting diagram that I have specially created for you. Like Karate can reuse the feature, you can reuse your code, right? So it supports Java as well as JavaScript, right? So it supports both, means you can write your code, I mean basically you can use one function of JavaScript and one function of Java, which makes it immense. Means I have used it, I'm going to show you how you can do it, and trust me, it makes very different, very easy to use those features, right? So you basically, right, so you will be using Maven most of the time. So Maven, again, I have explained in the previous video, right? It's a build management tool. You are going to use BDD, like given, when, then. Cucumber reporting, you can basically use, you are using Gherkin syntax. Data tables, you can iterate over it. You can do data driven testing by using data tables that you have seen in Cucumber. If you have seen my videos, it has support of GraphQL, given, when, then. Native JSON support, which is very important, because I've seen whenever we are working with rest assured, right, we have seen you have to implement any different libraries like JSON or Jackson API, Jackson ones, right? And it has very different, very difficult way to handle those things, right? But here Karate provides you a basic, I would say, native support of JSON path, what you can say, or XPath. So that's it is very helpful. We're going to see in the demo how it is, right? So you can reuse the feature, call the feature. Now apart from that, it has another features, like it's a basically kind of a BDD testing framework. It is developed by Peter Thomas, of course, in 2017. Intuit, right? Cucumber style, you can use API testing, mock request, performance testing, and all, right? So all these are features, and which is what exactly is most important one, I think, is the embedded JS engine. So if you have certain utility that you have created probably somewhere in the JavaScript, for example, random number generator, anything related to JavaScript related, right? So you can use those functions directly, call them directly in the Karate APIs, as well as if you have certain utilities already created in the Java, you can call them directly, right? So that's where Karate is interesting, I would say, right? I'm going to show you like one more thing before we starting out, right? So I'm going to show you one demo, like how this looks like. So let me show you this. This is a typical test of this Karate looks like. So we have a folder structure like features, and this is a feature, and this is a runner, right? So this is a Java file which will be running. So this is just a template code, we can say. I'm going to explain you one by one, right? And here, if you see, what we are doing is that we are basically telling, okay, this is the URL. We are making a request, simple GET request. We are checking the 200, and that's it, right? It's a very simple, if you see, straightforward, to the point, nothing fancy, right? This is another scenario. You can remove. This is the first test case, if you see, which will basically making a simple request, checking it, and that's all. So that's why I think that's why I think Karate is more powerful, right, to writing your API test cases. If you have to write a large number of test cases, you can use this Karate by and since it has native JSON support, and also you can parse it directly, parse by using dot or any other way, right? So I'm going to show you like how you can do that, right? So this is we have discussed earlier, like so right now this is a typical kind of a, I would say, test case for your Karate. So all the test case that you are writing, basically you are writing into a feature file, so dot feature, I've shown you, right? So dot feature file, you will be writing your test cases. So scenario, it's kind of a test case where you are just writing, okay, given we have a URL that I have opened, I'll make a get request. So we are making a get request right now, and if you are new to what exactly is the STP method, what is get, post, put, all these things, I'll recommend you to go to the playlist section, search for get request and API request basics. I have basically a extensive tutorial, and if you are new also, check out the API testing with Postman first tutorial where I explain the different HTTP methods. So you will get to know, okay, what exactly I'm talking about here. So in APIs, most of the time you will be making, if we are dealing with a web API or REST APIs, we will be most of the time dealing with the get request, post request, patch request, delete request, and yeah, some other HTTP methods. So it's kind of a CRUD in that case, right? So right now we are targeting get in this case. Okay, so I hope you are getting this, right? So this is a simple get request. It's very simple to do that. Trust me. See, only 1 2 3 4 5 means less than 12 lines, no coding, nothing. I have coded nothing in this case, right? This is just a template code which is already given. Just I have tested my first get request, right? The similar thing that you can do in the Postman also, if you have seen, let me show you. Let me pull up my Postman. Yeah, let me close those things. So this is a Postman where we have this get request also, right? If you see, you are making a get request to a particular person, right? And you do the send request, right? And this will be the response of it. And this is the equivalent code of that. Okay, not this actually, it's a equivalent code of, let me just remove this. Okay, persons, so all the person you are getting. Okay, so it's the equivalent code of that thing, and we are also having an assertion. So in Postman you have seen we are adding assertion in the test case. Here we'll be writing here like after then. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So this is how give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, sorry for that. So this is how a typical test case of Karate looks like, right? So, and I hope I have given you enough reasons, right? Yeah. So yes, it's a BDD style, powerful support for JSONs. Again, reiterating a couple of things. It supports GraphQL, which is right now it's a better version of REST. I have discussed earlier. It support JSON, XML, SOAP, right? And you can do sockets also. So WebSockets, if you are working with sockets, this is the tool for you also. You can mix up your UI automation to automation, which is very interesting thing. And probably in the end of this series we are doing certain scripts in Gatling, right, where we will be testing of simple APIs with the Gatling, and we'll see some records, means how the performance is getting handled, right? So we can do that also. So the test case or the features that you have written here, you can do performance testing on them, right? So you just have to write a very small code, and Gatling Karate mixture will do that for you. It's amazing, right? And you don't have to rewrite something in different JMeter or anything like this, right? Just use this, make mix up with your UI automation also, or if you want to do the performance testing, go with the Gatling integration also. Makes sense, right? Yeah. And reporting part, I think I have opened something, so you can see the reportings. It's very in depth. This is a basic recording, reporting right now. You can introduce Cucumber like reporting. I hope you are clear with that. So Cucumber, if you see Cucumber reporting, right? Yeah, similar to this, right? If you have seen, so we can add those also. So right now I haven't edited it, but yeah, get the point. Awesome. I think I hope you are clear about it, right? Why we want to do why we want to learn Karate in this case, right? So let me iterate in a very small manner. Open source, alternate to REST assured, easy for non-programmers, to the point, can do UI testing, can do performance testing. Sorry, just right, can do this thing, simple BDD style reporting, awesome reporting, inbuilt reporting, support Java and JavaScripts. You can call Java and JavaScripts, reuse your features, call them. You can use before hook, after hook, testng kind of a feature that you have seen, right? Before suite and all, everything, configurations, different configuration support like staging and all, right? Runs on Maven and all. So CI/CD support is already added, like you can directly call Maven plugins in Jenkins. CI/CD is already handled. That's why it makes karate one of the interesting and I would say very great API automation framework to learn about, right? So I hope you are excited to learn this now, right? And let's do one thing quickly, since I don't want to give you a theoretical concept, right? So just let's do one thing. Let me show you that, right? So how you can basically create your own first karate test, right? So just go to this website, right, and search for the quick start, right? So they have a very interesting thing, which is basically what you can do is that you can directly uh, import a kind of a, they already basically have created a Maven project for you, right? So what you can do, just use this command and go to your terminal, which I'm going to show you in the new terminal right now. So let me go to my documents. So let's go to my documents, QA, right? Let's create a directory with karate demo. Karata ho gaya. Okay. Oh, karate demo, right? So karate de, okay, this one is ours, right? Now we are going to run this command, which is Maven and all. But the point here is the prerequisite, like what we need before running our karate test, right? So let me show you one thing. What you need to do is that here karate requires, first thing it requires is that you should have a JDK installed. So make sure JDK 1.8 is installed in your machine. So just go to Google, type JDK 1.2 install. There will be a first link. Okay, create an account if you have already created. This is the thing that you need to download. I'm on Mac, so that's why it is. If you're on Windows, go with this link. Okay, click on it, accept it, and download it, and just do the standard, it will install. Okay, and just make sure that you have installed Java, so you can check it out, right? Java version, right? If you see 1.8 version, I would suggest go with 1.8. Don't go with advanced like 11 or 15. Karate has some issues with it. I have faced it. If you are okay with that, that's fine, but I would suggest if you can stick to the 1.8 version, that's enough. Okay, now you need to install Maven, right? So here again we'll basically go install Maven, and I think you if you see, they have very in-depth instructions, right? And on Mac it's very straightforward. I'm going to tell you, like on Windows, what you can do, make sure you have Java exported, right? And you can download this zip file. I think there's some zip file. So you can in Windows you can basically follow the process, right? But here if you are on Mac, it's very straightforward. So let me zoom out a little bit, right? I hope you're able to see now this thing. Yeah, it's very straightforward in Mac, which is brew install Maven, right? And if you haven't installed brew, I would suggest go to homebrew, right, and run the first command, which is basically this thing. And after installing this, just use brew install Maven, and after this what you will see is that you will see Maven is available. Okay, so right now I think I'm getting some issues with this, but okay, I think I need to do something. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so right now nothing is there, so Maven is giving some errors. That's fine, right? I think there's a command for version, right? Yeah, so I have installed 3.6 version, if you see, right? So so make sure you have Java exported, right? So make sure you, how you can check it in Windows also, I think you can check it out by using echo Java home, and yeah, so I have installed 1.8. If you are still facing some issues, I'll add some link to in the description, means how you can properly install on Windows as well as on Mac. Okay, so make sure these things are there. So you only need Java, JDK. So you only need JDK and Maven installed. That's it, that's enough. Second thing you need is the Visual Studio Code. So make sure you install that, right? So I have already installed, so that's fine. So just go to code.visual studio and download it. Okay, one more thing you can do is that go to extension. So if you see, this is the extension, right? and type Karate Runner, right? So you can install this plugin, I mean to say, where it is. Yes, so you can install it. So I have already installed. Cool. So after that, what you will do is that you will run that command that they have already told you, right? So create a new project here. So character demo, I think we had a different one, which is -1, and if you see, there's nothing there, right? And if you're gonna run this command, you can change according to it. Let's just say key demo. That's it. Okay, let's run the command. We don't want to change because we will be changing most of the things after it has generated the project for us. So what it will do, just okay, nothing fancy. If you see here, it will generate kdemo. Okay, and there's a particular files it has generated. It's a Maven quick start project with Karate files already added. Okay, so you can use you can open it on code, right? So like, let me open this. Right, so the first thing you will see the pom.xml, and if you see they have already installed for us. So Karate is already installed for us, and right, and they have added certain build configurations, right? So they have added that, okay, we'll basically exclude the .java files. We'll basically work with the .feature file. That's why they're mentioning couple of plugins of Maven they have added. So that's a default one. We don't have to change don't anything, right? And one more interesting thing is they actually add a test case for you. It's basically it's an API of JSON placeholder, right? Where you can do a get user all, and I think you can do post request also, right? So what I'll recommend, the first thing is this is your pom.xml, which is like a heart of this project, and all the dependency related to Karate you are gonna add here, right? So by default, if you are using quick start, right, so all the things will be added automatically, and that's how we do it. Okay, so this is a configuration file of Karate where you can basically mention if you want to change your variables according to your staging environment or your production environment, right? So you can change it here. It's a JavaScript function, I think, that you can that we will basically learn probably in the next videos, right? Right. So if you see, this is the runner file, right? So I have told you, right? So Karate works in a way, it will have a feature file, which is basically where you will write your test cases, and there's a feature file will be attached to its runner, right? So if you see that, we can see two runners. So this is a one runner which basically only will run the users. So it means it will only run the user.feature, right? And this is a example test which will basically run all the tests. If you see here, we are not passing anything. It means it will run all the test cases or all the feature files. Make sense? So even if you delete this one, right? So we don't want individual right now, and this will eventually, we will execute all the features in this directory. Okay, in the example directory actually, right? So how do we run before? Let's do one thing. Let's run first. So you can run in a very simple way. Just type ambient test, right? And it will start executing your first test case. So let's do one thing. Let's try out the first test case. Let me make this thing. So yeah, right now if you see, let me make myself here, right? If you see, we have done, I think here. Let me do one thing. Let me make this smaller. I think that makes sense, right? Yeah. Awesome. Yes. So it's a very long test case, right? So we have executed our test case, right? So it's going to install certain dependencies, and if you see, it is making a get request, right? It's basically telling what is the header that I have added, right? What is the response I got? 200. This is the response. So printed all the response. It's a logging, right? And everything you will see, test cases and all, and yeah, it's a big test actually. If you see features, they have added lots of things, right? One more thing you can do is that this is the simplest one. Let me show you a very simple, so that you can able to understand, right? So this is a URL. We are making a simple get request to the /users, and basically we'll check if we are getting 200 or not, 200 HTTP status, right? So that's a simple test. So let's run it again. I think that will make sense because they have added like 2 or 3 4 test cases, so we have to understand it and it will take little time. So yeah, it's a very simple test. If you see, this is the response that we are getting, and if you see target folder automatically created and there's a surefire report, right? And if you see, we have generated a report. Right click on it, open in default browser. So if you don't see this option, just go to your extension and type open in default browser. I think there's a open in browser, that right, I think there's a open in default browser. So yeah, just install this plugin. I have installed this one, right, which is very similar to this. You will have an option to open in default browser, right, and you will see the report generated, right? So this is the test. In the background we are basically mentioning this is the URL. I'll explain everything, guys. Don't, I'm just running it in front of you so that you will get to understand. So this is the simple thing. We are making a GET request and then we are checking the response of 200. Okay, so I hope this is clear, right? So now if you see, what I do is that I make some changes, right? So what I'll do is that this is example test, and this is, if you see, we have example. We don't want example. Let's do one thing. Let's make it scroll, or let's make it testing academy, right? So testing academy, cool. So if you are changing it to a testing academy, I would suggest to change here the same, right? So we are basically just make sure you keep that name, the testing academy, right? So if you change it here, it will change. You have to change it the class name also, right, in Java. And now the package is not examples, it is testing academy, right? So just make sure you do the small, right? And I think we are done. And in users, we don't want to change it to users. Let's make it person, because we will be working with the person API, and this will be also the persons. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's quickly run and see if it works fine or not, right? Let me check and let's see. I think, yeah. So this is how actually we have made the quick start, and right now it's now we have changed something, right? So basically this is our file. This is a runner, right? This is a runner which is going to run everything. So if you have like number of feature files here, it will run all of them. Cool. Yeah. This is a logback. I think I have discussed earlier. It's a very similar to the log4j in the Java, where you can mention how you want your logging. Okay, so you can check out the patterns. So basically we are giving like, this is the pattern. If we are adding it to file, this is how we add into file. Debug information will basically studying out as well as putting into files also, right? That's what we are mentioning. Target folder is, again, it is created by default your surefires, right? What, like reports and all. If you see in the pom.xml, by default surefire plugin is added, okay, for reporting purpose. And this is your Maven compiler. Here you are mentioning that we are running only feature files. This is the dependency of Karate. So this is how your folder structure looks like. So instead of person, I think it should be features. Like, so all the features we are gonna write here, right? So this is a person feature. If we have another feature like get all person, put person, patch person, and all, like you can put it into this feature file, right? You can also create some a new folder. We call it utils, and here you can create a new folder also. Let's call it resource, right? So in the utils, for example, if you are using any kind of a Java file, right? So suppose string generator or random string generator, right? If you have any JavaScript code that you have written somewhere, or if you are adding it, any logic related utils and all, you can put it here, and you can call them into your feature directly. Okay, so that's it, is amazing, right? Yes. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's do one thing. Let's learn something new, right? And think this is the one thing I think I should be discussing, which is the major difference between karate and the rest assured, why we have chosen.
Yes.
So I'm going to share this link in the description, so make sure you check it out. And I think it is one of the great discussion, means how karate and rest assured are different and which one is better. You can make your judgment according to it. So if you see BDD syntax, rest assured and karate both supports BDD syntax, right? If you talk about true DSL, DSL is basically domain specific language, or you can say it is a very specific language to that framework or the product that you're working. For example, it is karate, right? So rest assured they don't have any kind of a DSL, but if you see karate, it is very specific domain specific language that you're working on, right? You have to learn given when then there's a particular defining the variables and other things and all. So it is very true DSL, you can see that. Runs on JVM, it's very similar. Code base, you can check it out. Maturity, if you talk about the native JSON support, you will say that you require gpath, JSON and other things, right? It's basically provides you native in that case. XPath implementation, you see karate is already using XPath inbuilt W31. So that's a thing is that if you see rest assured, by default they use API HTTP client to make a HTTP request, right? They use 4.x of Apache, and here in karate you can change the HTTP. For example, you can use Apache one also, and think you can use Jersey HTTP. So you can, it's a basically a pluggable. You can change the settings in POM XML and you can change the HTTP client. So any client you can use in this case. Future, suppose in the future you will get a very interesting another client, you can basically add it here. Right, test script writing in rest assured. If you have seen my 30 days of rest assured challenge, we do it in Java. You can do it mostly, you will be doing in karate scripts or the file that you are writing, which is this .feature files. So most of the time you'll be doing this thing, right? IDE support, which is the most important thing, guys. Right, IDE support. And rest assured has very intelligence, has support of intelligence. I mean, whenever you try to open IntelliJ or Visual Studio or Eclipse, you will get intelligence, right? But if you see karate, intelligence is not much supported, trust me. And one of the best very interesting one, I would say, editor that I have seen is Visual Studio Code. So this is, I think, the easiest way I have found. You can try out with IntelliJ also. I think it has partial and it's coming, I think, right? Basically they are saying that we don't need pojos and all in this case, so that's why it is not supported in that case, but I think I didn't agree with that case. Yeah, apart from this, you can extend the custom codes, right? If you've seen, you can use Java code only. Here you can add Java code as well as JavaScript, so you can mix the languages also if you want to, because they have inbuilt JavaScript engine added in karate. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. Awesome. JSON schema validation, you can do that. Also, you can do that in karate. Also, no need to worry. Native support, reusable compilate. So overall, I think you can check it out if you want to check it out. This document, I'm going to share this document in the description. You can read about it. Right? Why to choose karate or rest assured. My point is, if you are starting out API testing, go with karate, learn more about it, and you will not be You will not regret this framework. You can means I have seen people with 5,000 10,000 plus API testing API cases. They are using karate and they are using it very well, and they are easy to manage. People understand it. It works basically, and they are also using it for their performance as well as mixing the same UI functions in their UI automation, so that you can do, right? So that's why I think here I think it makes very sense for the karate, right? Right. So what you should know before learning the karate API, right? This is one of the important thing. I think I have discussed earlier. You need to know what is different HTTP protocols, right? Like as well as the couple of things about REST, and you should know what is JSON. And we are going to cover all the things side by side. Don't worry. You should have a basic knowledge of Java, I would say. Maven, right? If you haven't worked with commands like Maven clean, Maven test, and all, I have created a tutorial, don't worry, in the section. Just search for Maven Pramod or something like that. On YouTube you will see that thing. Gherkin syntax, it's very straightforward, trust me, no need to worry about that, right? So first call, I think we have done it already. Like you need to install JDK8 Maven. Sad, no intelligence, right? There's no intelligence. You can use Karate Runner to do that, but again, it's make hell lot of problem, right? So that was the first tutorial, guys, and here we have created this thing where basically this is actually the project that I'm working, so that I showed you, right? This is a person that we have done. So it's a get all person, get one person, and this is actually a simple flow one by one where we have used certain variable also, so you can pass between different scenarios as well as within the scenario your variables. This is a person CRUD that we have worked on, GraphQL demo, so all these things I'm going to show you in the videos, so don't worry, right? So I hope you are clear with the first video and the first test, and action item for you is make sure you follow these things, write down your first test case, and if you are not comfortable, open Postman, get this CRUD, try out this one, and how you can run it on your local. I'm going to show you right now how you can do that. So what you need is you can go JSON server. It's very simple way to run this. Just open this npm package JSON server, just install it, right? And make sure like this, and make sure you add -d in the end. So globally, we are installing it globally. Okay, so just install globally, copy this file. I think I'll give you this file also, where it is, yeah, db.json. so this is a person that we have added, so you can modify it accordingly if you have so this is actually a JSON that we are discussing, and if you don't know what is JSON and all, trust me, watch the other tutorials. We are discussing it, what exactly so it's basically a person which contains first name, last name, age, ID, address, phone number. You can add more things if you want, and when you run it, so basically what you need to do is that let's jump in here, right here. If you run this command, like, right, JSON db.json, make sure db.json is available in this folder, current folder, port 8081, right? So if you run it, you will see like this, right? So this will be your local APIs that you can try out. So this is a person API. If you see the db.json, we have ping also, right? Here, where it is, right? So ping will give you the result pong. User, I had just username, email, and password. That's it. This is a person that we are accessing right now. So how we are accessing person? We are accessing by using /persons, right? So this is all the person that right now we have. So this is the API that we are working on. So we'll basically do a CRUD operation on this API, and after that we'll basically use which is very interesting, live project, which is GitHub repo API v3. And this will be helping if you have worked with GitHub, right? You have created a repository, right? You have deleted the repository, you have modified the repository, right? CRUD operation that you have performed in this case also, so that we will be doing it. It has auth2 authentication as well as basic auth, so we'll be adding the authentication also in the Karate one, right? We'll basically verifying the JSON schema. This is a live project, right? That's right. We'll doing CRUD chaining of the request, and after that we'll try to do some performance testing on that. So that's we will be learning overall on this journey. I hope you are excited on this journey, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.